very short wheelbase, which generally makes cars more nimble at low speeds with the trade-off of less stability at high speeds. However, rally stations...
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video.
Lancia 037 and the Peugeot 205 T16, some of the
no.
cars that
Yeah, see that?
of what was possible in a way that we haven't seen since. It was called GroupB and is still held as the golden era of rallying. Group B was a class where manufacturers were allowed to go all out with almost unlimited power, crazy aerodynamics and new exotic materials. It brought about new technologies like four-wheel drive, semi-automatic gearboxes and clever turbocharging systems.
That makes sense.
However, it was only for the bravest of drivers. The hugely powerful cars needed a lot of manhandling to thread them through the tight, twisty stages, away from huge drops and dodging a sea of spectators. But how did this come about, and what can we learn from the crazy cars that won in the Group B era?
It's crazy.
Rallying went wild in the 80s. The FIA wanted to attract more manufacturers and so created a class that would give the designers pretty much free rein. No power limits, no regulations on boost, and whatever exotic materials you liked. Rally cars over the years have been largely based on road cars, with rules tightening and loosening on how close the relationship
they didn't have any rules
between the car and the ones that actually race the stage. For example, in the Group A class, the manufacturers have to produce 5,000 road-going versions of the car before it is allowed to compete. In Group B, to lower the costs and interest manufacturers, they ruled that only 200 cars needed to be produced. Group B also allowed almost endless modifications to be made, meaning the rally cars were nothing like the road cars at all.
Of course.
This approach really worked, attracting many manufacturers to Group B, names like Lancia, Porsche, Peugeot, Audi, Toyota, Ford, as well as so many more. Lancia took the Drivers' Championship in the first year of Group B with the 037. It was the last rear-wheel drive car to win in the WRC. It was incredibly light, using fiberglass and Kevlar for the body, and was powered by a mid-mounted 250 horsepower engine. It has much
okay, hold up. I got to stop it. Like, first of all, there's no rules.
Right.
This just it's too much.
It's a lot going on.
It's very much.
It's a lot.
The people are the spectators. That's what they call them, spectators. They are willingly going there, knowing that there's a chance that they may get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 80s was a wild time.
Yeah.
Okay? I just had to say that.
Cars of the time with a huge rear spoiler to stabilize the car at high speeds. It was supercharged to avoid turbo lag, and it was incredibly quick on the
looks supercharged.
However, it wasn't quite as quick on loose surfaces. So in stepped Audi with the Quattro, one of the most innovative rally cars of all time, a true game changer. It had an inline-5 engine with a very clever turbocharging system that produced over 450 brake horsepower. It had a small valve that kept the turbo spooled even when off throttle, meaning there was very little turbo lag, making the car quick out of the tight turns. The Audi also had a very aggressive aero kit with a huge spoiler at the front of the car and an even bigger wing on the back. This was one of the first sophisticated uses of aerodynamics in rallying. Drivers said it made the car extremely stable at high speed.
Nice.
The insane power was put through a clever semi-automatic gearbox and drove all four wheels. It was the first car to use a four-wheel drive system effectively. Before this, many manufacturers stuck to rear-wheel drive as they thought the additional weight would outweigh any time gains from the extra traction. And yes, the Audi was very heavy, and the four-wheel drive system meant the weight was higher up than you would like in a rally car normally, but despite the compromised dynamics, it worked. The Audi had more power than the rest of the field, but could also use it more effectively, deploying more power even on surfaces like gravel, dirt and ice.
Nice.
Audi won its first race with the car and didn't really stop after that. They shaved seconds, if not minutes, off stage times. The Audi four-wheel drive system really changed the game in rallying.
So my question is though, all right, they said that he won his race. So are they racing against time, or are they actually racing against other cars? Because I've never seen, them running side by side with these type of vehicles.
I
It's
think
like,
they're racing against time.
So they're beating the time, most likely. I would want to say that.
Maybe.
I think they're beating the time.
But my question would be, how far apart are the other cars? Because this don't seem safe enough for the cars to be like taking off at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think they're even doing it like that. Like, maybe, but from what I've seen, like it's always one car making a lap.
Mm-hmm.
So.
This kind of seemed like drag racing to the extreme.
Oh yeah, without the cones.
Yes.
Audi dominance didn't last long. Peugeot came out with a car that would expose the weaknesses of the Quattro. They used a similar four-wheel drive system but packaged it very differently. Their secret was that they really nailed the car's dynamics. They built the car to look like the road-going 205, a small hatchback. It had a very short wheelbase, which generally makes cars more nimble at low speeds with the trade-off of less stability at high speeds. However, rally stages are often so tight and twisty that this strategy paid off for Peugeot. They also
can't bring kids out there. You saw
them
people picking up their legs.
They put a 1.8 litre engine in the middle of the car, although it didn't have the clever anti-lag system that the Audi did. So the drivers used an old trick to keep the turbo spooled up. They left foot braked for the corners while staying on the throttle. This kept the turbo spooled up and gave them immediate power on the exit. But what was really unusual about the 205 was the orientation they mounted the engine in. Normally, race cars have longitudinal mounted engines with the crank parallel with the direction of the car. However, Peugeot fitted it in a transverse orientation, and instead of mounting the gearbox below the engine like in the Audi, Peugeot mounted it to the side. This meant that the majority of the weight in the car was between the two axles and could be mounted lower, making the car much more nimble and responsive in the corners.
Right.
Low centre of gravity means the car doesn't roll too much, and if
that's why they don't flip.
the centre of the chassis, the car is easier to rotate in the corners. The 205's weight distribution wasn't 50-50 though, it placed around 60% of the weight on the rear wheels. In simple terms, rearward weight distribution promotes oversteer and frontward weight distribution creates more understeer. This rearward bias meant the car was easier to turn in and control through the turns. You can really see this if you watch the Audi through the corners. The Audi was very front heavy and produced a lot of understeer. The drivers are trying to neutralise this with the throttle, but they have to correct the car several times through the corner. The Quattro understeers, then oversteers, then understeers again through a turn. The drivers really have to wrestle it through the corner. The Quattro was by no means an easy car to drive. Now look at the Peugeot. There is one smooth input on the steering and the car looks much more balanced and easy to drive. There is no wonder it was quicker. It's incredible to watch as these drivers
you can't put it up against no NASCAR.
Crazy speeds on tight and twisty rally stages. Also not forgetting they are threading the car through a sea of spectators on the stage. But why are the fans allowed to be so close to the cars?
Yeah, answer
The
that.
stages are public roads, meaning anyone could go and spectate.
It's public
However,
roads.
it meant that many got extremely close to the cars.
Enough to touch
Back
it.
then, people
Always
did
touch you.
get hit, but it was considered to be part of the challenge for the drivers.
Yeah.
They
It is a
often
part of
kept
the
it
challenge.
and had to hope that the
That
fans
makes them
would
even
get
more
out of the
better
way
drivers,
in
though.
time. This guy even had to jump over a passing car. Many manufacturers understood that Peugeot's approach was the way to go, all producing smaller, short wheelbase cars with all the weight in the middle. MG created the Metro with a distinctive boxy shape and a huge front wing, and the Renault 5 took a similar approach too. However, it was Lancia that did it the best. They finally scrapped rear-wheel drive after being uncompetitive all year, so they created the Lancia Delta S4, a short wheelbase four-wheel drive monster. Firstly, they developed an engine with a genius twin charging system. They fitted a supercharger to avoid the lag of a turbo, a bit like the Lancia 037. However, this created less power at high revs. As a supercharger is directly driven by the engine, it can provide boost at low revs, but saps more and more power as the revs climb.
Oh,
So what Lancia did was fit an additional turbocharger that would provide boost at high revs. So low-end boost was provided by the supercharger before cutting out and letting the turbo take over at higher revs. This meant the Delta S4 was amazingly powerful and had the grip to put it down onto the stage. It took many wins before eventually bringing the Group B era to a close. This era of rallying was amazing to watch. Incredibly fast cars and amazing drivers all pushing to the limits of what's possible. There were different winners every year and cars that looked remarkably different with incredible engineering. However, you can't ignore the fact that it was extremely dangerous. The cars were too powerful, difficult to drive, and not enough emphasis was put on the safety of drivers and spectators. The biggest issue was the minimum weight rule. Cars could weigh as little as 890 kilograms. So to be competitive, manufacturers would do anything they could to get this limit down. This created a breed of cars that were very fragile and not protecting drivers in a crash. Many of the drivers explained that if this weight limit
we don't see enough of those. The crashes. Yeah, we don't see any of that. His stuff look bad.
Several huge crashes happened. In Portugal, Santos crested a rise in his Ford RS200. He lost control and went off the course, horrifically injuring 31 spectators and killing 3. All the teams immediately pulled out of the rally, and it left Group B hanging on by a thread. A few months later, the final blow came. Lancia's Henry Toivonen was the championship favourite when he lost control late in a fast turn. He was winning by a huge margin when he and his co-driver Sergio Cresto came flying off the road, heading down a steep hill. The impact ruptured the fuel tank, spilling fuel over the red-hot turbo and sending the car up in flames. After the incident, it was barely recognisable as a car, and both Henry and Sergio were killed in the crash.
Oh no!
This led to many manufacturers pulling out, and the FIA ended the Group B class the following year. You should watch this video where I explain what it takes to modify a rally car to set the outright record at Pikes Peak, or this other video that I think you'll love. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Man, oh man. Yeah, I already knew that Group B had some horrific moments with the crashes. We just never seen any So, but now, as he was closing out, 2 men died, over 30 people got injured, some got as well died. So it's like you see that coming, but at the same time, we haven't seen any.
They didn't have any rules or regulations.
Of course, so they kind of set up. They knew what was going on. They set themselves up.
I do think that it was cool that the spectators were able to just go to the road without having to pay.
Right.
You know, because it was roads that they used. But if there are cars going that fast, I guess this was the 80s. They didn't have those type of rules like we have now.
Think about what he also mentioned though. They was manufacturing their vehicles. They can freestyle their car. Right. So for all the car lovers out there, they was doing things to their car that no one else probably could have done. So oh man, I'm about to really put this turbo on your car.
Yeah. I wonder if they won in the end.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Woo.
Well, that's...
No.
Pause.
That's people. I thought that was a railing.
Bro, look at that. We talking about near miss.
Baby, foot's gone.
I think they want the adrenaline rush. I think the crowd love that. Forget the railings. Let's get in the street. When he come, let's try to barely get hit.
I thought it
let's
was
try
the
to barely get hit. No, that's
crazy.
The folks.
They crazy.
Oh man, they getting mad at already. Kicking the dust of their mouth and everything. I don't know why I felt like this was a leather jacket crowd.
This was like the 70s or the 80s or something. Oh no! Oh God!
What a time to be outside, boy. He coming down. Ooh.
Man, oh.
He pulling it though. He got
coming straight at him.
Ooh. That one headlight.
I don't know. Cause when I see people in the middle of the road and on the sides, I already do 10 miles an hour. I'm not hitting nobody. Woo.
Yeah, they know how to swing that tail though. They moving that thing. The pop collars.
To have his back
that was back in the day.
Yeah. Little cars, little Volkswagen or something. Ooh.
It's Wetsy here. Oh, it's Wetsy. It's Wetsy. the side, boy. Ooh.
Oh, he don't even look like he has control. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Oh, my heart dropped.
I'm talking about, I thought that was a cliff. It was going to either be them on the cliff. I don't know. These little cars moving, ain't it?
Oh. Y'all not moving fast enough for me. Almost hit the camera.
God. Yo, that is a cliff. That gotta be like a hill or something.
That is a cliff of people right there.
What?
Man,
What?
They're crazier than the people in the car. That person was laying down.
Yo, he went actually off the road.
The person was laying down.
He wouldn't have time to get up.
Oh, they making my head hurt.
Yo, that's 2 people in the car. Y'all didn't tell us that. That was 2 people in that car. Hold on. I wasn't the only one that saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. Go back again.
Look, that's 2 people inside of that car.
What's the point?
What is the point? Y'all didn't tell us that part.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I thought that was one person just going crazy, like. Just,
But this is back in the day, they said.
So they have.
So maybe
some
they have
reason.
more rules now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the ones that are always tinted. This is the first time I actually got to see inside the vehicle like this.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Could you be a passenger inside of a car? What was that?
Well, them brakes on point.
Could you be that's 2 people in every
Yeah,
car.
now I see. Yeah.
Could you be a passenger in a car like that? I couldn't.
Barely.
I couldn't. I'd be like, break.
I would have been. I would have attempted though. I would have got in there.
Are they okay?
Boy.
Are they okay?
He didn't hit the brakes. No, he just kept going.
They know what they getting into.
What were they signing waivers before they go out there?
Shoot.
Your life is on the line. That's so the mud don't flap too much. You see them name back there?
Oh.
Too dark for me.
Oh. I could barely stay on the road.
Come on.
The little video games.
They're in the streetsy.
And snow. Oh no.
Ooh, come on. Cliff. I can't do. I get nervous every time I see the cliff. Look, he's in the grass with it. Like they don't stay on the road.
It's the people that put their little head out for me.
But look at the crowd though, man. That's some nice roads right there. You see how pretty them roads is? That's some good roads right there. No potholes, no nothing.
I thought it was 3 people in that car. This too much. They fly. Look like
I got wings.
Man. At night?
Yo, that's the thing.
No. At night with people on.
Yo, it was pitch black. No street lights.
Can't bring no kids out there.
Oh, he got someone on his camera. Just press it off real quick. Nah, them cars on shore, bro. Look at that.
Ooh, they were seconds away from getting their leg punched. Ooh, trees.
Uh-oh.
Nighttime.
It was pitch black.
It's the people that's in the middle of the road and rush to get away from me. That's when the daredevil. Oh my god. Oh, he had to go up.
So remember they did say that they have these certain type of tires for the snow. This is why they can grip the snow like they do.
Ooh. You saw that with that snow?
Oh, I saw it.
Look.
Ooh. Like, what's a good spot to stand at? Because
Nowhere at your house, watching on TV. That's the best spot.
I like that. I like that. Ooh.
It's wet though.
This little car. It's nicely
The
designed.
little car is gone. It's a Phillips. It's definitely back in the day, huh? Because that look like a Audi right there. Yeah. Y'all right.
Man, can they get any spookier? It's getting spooky, bro.
Yeah.
The last video we watched like this, they had this gentleman, 2 of them, 3 maybe, standing in a row waiting for this car to come in. They barely got hit.
Barely.
And now we're looking at people with no railings like the last ones. We didn't transfer from the motorcycles all the way down to the street racing where they riding pitch black at night.
At night?
Like,
Y'all crazy.
yo, they out here doing some dramatic stunts.
Yes, like
They killing
I
it.
know the adrenaline rush is like, ooh, you saw that? I almost hit him.
Right, keep going. Like it's like that's what it seems
You
like.
gotta
Just keep
think
going.
fast, like you're going fast.
It's a lot going on in this video. Again, I remember your guys say something about the tires. They have these type of tires for the snow, so it can't be much sliding going on because the tires grip. You know, it's different tires from street tires.
Yeah,
you
and
know
it looks like they have good control, like especially when it's a tight turn that they have to make to get like on that bridge. That time they got on the bridge. Like,
I wonder if it's full cycle or if it's one of these boom boom, boom boom.
I don't know. Like I said, I barely can keep the car on the road in the video game. So
I hear you.
I don't know about real life.
I hear you. Hear street
But-
signs and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is our reaction, guys. We hope you all enjoyed it. Give us some more suggestions of reactions to do. Like this video. Join us on the road to 50K. We need your help.
We need it.
What you was going to say, babe?
No, we just need it.
We need your help to get there, all right? We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.
Peace.